In 2019, Robby and Crystal called into the show to get the panel's advice on how best to enable Crystal to sort out her life and get her life back on track. Crystal's historical family issues, which she has not shared with Robby, are being projected onto their relationship. The panel shares that abuse, dysfunction, and family issues need to be resolved or at least openly discussed to enable Robby and Crystal to support each other in a way that will help resolve the issues. The panel explains how past trauma can affect the present and how best to identify how and when that is happening, while also sharing advice on how Crystal can best boost her energy back into the positive to help her steer through and clear the issues in the quickest way possible. If you would like to listen to this entire episode, please search for episode 162 that aired on August 14th, 2019 via Apple, Amazon, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Stitcher. I hope you enjoy the clip. Welcome to the Communicators, a Paranormal Journey. This is Kevin, your host, and we're here every Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. The call-in number for every show is 646-668-8373. The panel tonight consists of psychics, mediums, trans-channelers, and empaths. So if you're looking for some psychic advice, or if you just want to connect with somebody on the other side, feel free to give us a call. For anyone that prefers an off-air reading, please visit thecommunicatorsgroup.com and leave your request there, and one of us will get back to you to schedule an appointment. And you can download any of our past episodes on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, or Stitcher. You can also search for show clips on YouTube by searching The Communicators Group, A Paranormal Journey. Please keep in mind, all shows are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Hi, thanks for holding. Who's this?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Who's this? Robby. What can we help you with tonight?
Well, I'm actually calling on behalf of my girlfriend. She's feeling lost in her life, so I just want to know if you can see anything for her. She's here too, but she's too shy to speak.
Okay. What's your girlfriend's name?
Crystal.
Linda, do you have anything?
Robby, what's really interesting is that even though you called in for Crystal, it's more like you want assurance that your relationship is still strong. And the depression that Crystal's going through, you want to make sure that it's not something that you caused. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. You're strong in what you feel for her. The thing is that Crystal, that's why we kind of need her on the phone, because Crystal's going through some things. It's a depression. Some of it has to do with you, and she has to kind of like talk with you about it. And then she has a lot of family issues, and she just doesn't know how to deal with her family issues. Crystal, are you listening?
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
It's like you have two people that are coming together and saying, I care for you, you care for me. But you have to come clean with one another. There's something, Crystal, that you don't feel comfortable with Robby, and you have to be honest with him, because honesty is the key to a solid relationship. And then Robby, he has his arms open for you. He's saying, come here, let me hold you, let me make you feel okay. But he's trying to express himself with a man's view, and you have a female point of view to it. But you have to be honest with him.
I feel like the conflicts that I deal with, like with myself, like internally, I feel like I'm confusing them or projecting them maybe on him, and maybe that's why he maybe feels the way he feels.
Crystal, sometimes our family issues that we were dealing with when we were growing up rolls into our adult relationships. And there's some strong issues in your family that you need to resolve. I get abuse, I get dysfunction in there, I get control, all of the symptoms of a home where a little child shouldn't have been in listening to. Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you've talked to Robby about, but once you start setting aside all these family issues, saying, okay, now it's time for me to live my life. I'm an adult. I have to make decisions. I'm in a relationship that requires me to think of another person and to be solid. You can't just push them away and put yourself in a corner when you're dealing with emotions. There's trigger things that are bringing you into this mood that you fall into from time to time. And here's Robby sitting back saying, well, let's deal with this. Let's just move on with our lives. And you're over here, I don't know how to handle that. When you're in your home with your family, it was just more like, just shut up and go to your room. I'm sorry I'm being so vague, but I don't want things to be said unless you say them first.
Yeah, that's kind of like why we called, because you mentioned these things, and like, I guess I'm just such in a hole at this point, I don't even realize what problems I'm having.
Sometimes you need to go to therapy to find out what went on in your home so you could learn how to move forward in your life as an adult. You know, I had to take a little therapy because there were some things going on in my home that kind of like stuck in my head, that when I wasn't cleaning with bleach right, that I wasn't cleaning the house right, because I was in a home where there was a woman that made us get up early and clean. You get what I'm saying? And then when I got married and I started getting obsessed with, can you clean this? I started pushing that on to my husband, and he was getting really annoyed. It's like, what's wrong with you? And then I realized with therapy what was causing me to have this compulsive behavior. And it's not so much compulsive with you, but what's happening is that you're going back and forth with your thoughts and your emotions. And you need to first get yourself into counseling so then you could come to Robby and say, now I know how to address things with you and what's bothering me and how to talk to him, because you know what? He doesn't know what more to say. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah. Anything for work or like career?
You need to focus for the next 2 weeks on making yourself laugh. You need to uplift your energy. Right now, there'd be no point in looking into your future job prospects because you're not attracting anything to yourself. So the goal is to move your energy up like a whole floor of a building so that you have a different view of opportunities. Right now, you're like down on the second floor, and we need to get you up to like the 15th floor. So concentrate on doing something that will make you laugh, and then give us a call and let us know, and we might be able to see some other things shifting around in the future for you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys, we have about 14 seconds left in the show. If we didn't get to you tonight, please be first in queue next week on Wednesday. 7:30 to 8:30 is showtime, so if you're in about 10, 15 minutes beforehand, we'll likely get to your call. Thanks again for calling in tonight, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.